the UI, terrain. If you hover the cursor over a hex in the top left here, it tells you all about that hex. So grid ref, income per turn, so for this village, I'm getting 3 out of a possible 5 because I'm occupying the territory. Defensive bonus, so if someone attacks me when I'm in the village, the damage is reduced by 30%, and there is also the movement point cost for the tile. Units. If you hover over a unit, let's look at some infantry. In the bottom right, it tells you all about that unit, which corresponds to the numbers on the tile itself. So on the tile, the bottom left is its health, bottom middle number is the attack range, bottom right is the movement range, and then along the top, this has got 47 soft damage, so against infantry, etc. 26 hard damage, so against armor, etc. And 0 air damage. So just to give another example, looking at this fighter in the top right, it's got 35 air damage. If I select a unit, obviously it's showing me my movement range, but in the bottom left here, I've got various options. Actually, I'll choose a different one because I've already healed that one. No one needs ammo. Okay, this will do. Right. So you can heal, but if you heal, you can't do anything else. So I'd recommend resupplying before healing if you're going to do that. Otherwise, yeah, it's just a good idea to resupply all the time. And the keyboard shortcut for that is keypad number 3 to resupply both. So heal is keypad 0, and then 1 for ammo, 2 for fuel only, and 3 for both ammo and fuel. It's handy. If I can just right click anywhere to deselect the unit, but if you right click and you're hovering over another unit, it's going to tell you, it's going to show you that unit's history. So I just right click in a space to just deselect. If I zoom out to just this level, the ones that are flashing are units that can still do something. So either move or attack. And on the unit tiles, there are 2 very handy indicators here showing me, so this unit is still able to attack and move. And most units can either move and then attack, or attack and then move. And one exception, or an example of an exception, is heavy artillery, which can only either move or fire. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, oh yeah, and when you just looking at the units, the ones that have gone dark are the ones that can't do anything anymore this turn. So I've spent all these guys, but the ones that are still light can do something, whether it's attack, move, or both. Okay, just quickly looking at purchasing units. Took me a while to understand some of this stuff, but when I'm buying infantry, I will usually make them motorized so they have a decent movement. But yeah, obviously when you're looking at buying something, it's showing you all the stats, and then if I choose motorized, it's showing me that the movement is 6 instead of the normal 4. another handy thing to look at is aircraft. Well, actually, for any unit, this I shows that it's a recon unit, and over here it's showing me that's its sight range. So handy recon units. So yeah, there's the Dingo is a recon. But anyway, aircraft, you got these other symbols which are telling you whether it's like a naval. So if it's got an anchor like this one, that goes with aircraft carriers. So aircraft carriers act as if they're an airfield for that aircraft. And this one is the catapult. So if I now go back to the map and have a look at my ships, you will see corresponding. Well, I haven't got an aircraft carrier, but anyway, the other type is this catapult. So the Nelson has got that ability, and so is the County. Oh yeah, last thing, a few keyboard shortcuts. So I use this one all the time. So instead of clicking here to show hide urban areas on the map, /. Very useful, just seeing like key targets to go for, because not only do towns and things give you income, but they allow you to deploy there. Obviously, when you're looking at aircraft, you want to know if you're going to be stopping next to the airfield so that you can resupply and heal. And then with ships, you want to see when you're going to be next to a harbour so you can resupply and heal. So that was /. The other one is, instead of clicking on this to swap air land units view, you can use tab. And that is, so if there's no land unit in a tile and only an air unit, it's showing me that. So this fighter, for example. And clicking on the fighter has switched me to air view, by the way. So I'll just right click, or tab, get back to land view. But yeah, so if I press tab now, it shows me aircraft that are above land units. And it's also showing me on each of those tiles. So now that I'm in air view, it's showing me that there is a land unit underneath this one, or okay, or a naval unit underneath there, and a land unit under there. So if I switch back to land view, it's showing me there's an aircraft there, there, and there. And the last keyboard shortcut is H, which just hides all units. So that's instead of clicking up the top here, hide all units. That's just sometimes handy if it's getting busy. Okay. Oh yeah, deployment. So yeah, it's telling me I've got 5 things I can deploy. I've got some naval mines, garrisons. This number is telling me how many turns until it's ready to deploy. But looking on the map, if I press... Oh. No. If I choose the garrison, I can see where I can currently deploy. But also, for example, here, I've only just captured this town, and it's got a number 1 telling me that it's 1 turn until I can deploy there. So that can be either because you've only just captured it, or it could be because it's been damaged. So, for example, by strategic bombing, which will stop you deploying. So yeah, here, if I press /, I can see that's a harbour. And it's 3 turns until I can deploy stuff there. Okay, that'll do for now.